Hi everyone, so welcome to the final day of Spellbinders 12 Days of Stitchmas. Hope you're hanging in there and watching all the videos. Like I said, Spellbinders has their own videos. Maybe some of the other design team members might have videos too for you guys. But today we're going to open the last day and let's check it out. So again, day 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's put that right here. 5, 6, which is, I think, my all-time favorite. We'll see. 7, 8, 9, 10, super cute, 11, and then today we're going to open 12. So again, Spellbinders initially did send the advent calendar free of charge from our review, and of course all opinions are my own. And then links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchased items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. And again, with those links, you know, if you have your 10% because you're a member, all those things still work. If they're having a sale, it's the same pricing, all that good stuff. So day 12. Let's check it out. And again, I think we know that this is the nutcracker. So let's just open that guy up. And it is a little nutcracker. And so he has a little stitching on this little portion of his like crown, I suppose, right here in the front, and then around his little belt area and his boots. Doesn't look like it's very much on each one, but there are several pieces that will be stitched, or we'll see. Let's see what they look like. That's the other thing. Again, if you're cranking out tons of these guys, maybe you don't want to do a lot of stitching. This one has a little number on it, which is interesting. I don't think any of the other ones did. But this is the belle of the ball, if you will. So let's see here. Oh. Get these guys out. Let's get a little bit closer so we can see them. And again, I'm not going to measure these because none of these are so big that I think we need a measurement on them. I think that's the upper portion here. So let me take a moment to go through these because I don't know. This looks like legs. Usually I set these guys out for you guys whenever it's something that has quite a few pieces. Oh, that's interesting. And then we kind of talk about them. But let me get these arranged. Those are his little hands, I can tell that. And I will... Okay, that's his little portion here. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm not 100% what this piece is for, but let's talk about this. So this is his little body, his face, that piece that goes behind the face, you know, to support the features there, his little crown. He does have a little knob on the top of the crown, and that is actually here with this portion for his chest. Arms. His little hands stick out from underneath the arms right here, right? These guys have a little rounded area because it's going to go under here. I believe this is the epaulets area. I mean, I don't see what else they would be. Oh, let's go back to the face. Sorry. This is little hair coming out of the sides from his hat down here. So this is his little hair. This is the piece that goes in the front here with that detailing. So that helps hold his head on. And this little strip down here is where I suppose it meets up with like his belt and legs in that area. This is actually his belt and his hat. Now, you don't have to, again, use these pieces. I mean, it might look kind of plain without it, but you do have pieces where you don't need to put those in if you don't want. These are his little boots and then his little shoes. Okay, so they're kind of twisted or one up and one down. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on this one. It looks like you're supposed to fold it, but like I don't see anything in here. Maybe it helps go around his little crown. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Hello. It's his legs. It goes from the... See this? There's like nothing here. It made a light color, so that is basically what that is. And so let me show you here, actually. Duh, I forgot it's on the back here. That's what that is. Okay, so this is his little leg area that has a place where you're going to glue it to the top and then glue it to the bottom here. You know, so that's what those lines are. It's not to fold. Okay. I think I'll do all the stitching. You know, we don't have to, but it does add a little something, and it's not a lot. It's really quick. So let's go ahead and make our tag. So I still have a piece of cardstock here, 3 by 4.5 from the previous day. And our last time doing this with, with this series, just cut on one side and the other. And then we will run this through, and I'll probably use the baubles, the ornament embossing folder again for this series. I've been using these 2 embossing folders, and today I will use this guy, and I do have those also linked in the description box for you guys. And maybe like around here. Oh no, that's way too low. I was kind of sticking out over here. You know, like I said, I didn't do any of these landscape, but if you wanted to, you could just turn this in there and do them that way. But there we go. I'll run that through. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me get that. And I do appreciate that they actually have the image of this one on the back, because it gives you a lot more better idea of maybe the colors that you might want to use. The tone on tone little drawing on the inside doesn't give you a lot of inspo, you know. So there's our tag ready to go, and I'm gonna grab pieces of cardstock to coordinate here. So oh, that's funny, the little mustache is the same color as his hair, so if you want to run that through twice, you know, you can do that, or just use a brown color. I mean, his eyebrows are in there too, you know, so it's just the eyes closed. So if anything, I'll probably run this and this through some really dark brown or whatever color you want the hair. You have these different pieces. Again, like I said, this also will cut this top part. So a skin tone here with little hands. Whatever color I want for the hat. I do like what they have going on. I like the black, the gold, and the red like they're using. So this would be black. This would be gold. And then these guys can be run through red. That could also be his cuff, or you're going to run it through a different color. They use green down here around his belt area, so they ran it through twice, or a piece here and a piece there, you know, however you want to do that. Gold epaulets, of course, so it can be gold. You know, if he's wearing gloves, it looks like they put him wearing gloves. That might be something you want to do. I was going to do skin tone for that one too, but keep that in mind. If he's wearing red, I do like him wearing red, so this can also be red over here with this red arms. He is wearing little white pants, but maybe I'll run this through like a gray color. I think that'd be cute. And then black here, and probably black on this part too, right? So okay, so this is the other things. Whenever you run these through, do you want a background piece? Because a lot of times you can see through the back, so I'll probably just run this through black, but then also run it through with its inlays, right? Put tape so they don't move. Same thing with this guy. If I'm running it through red and gold or whatever colors I'm doing. Actually, I might do red and black. Just bring black back in here. I know it's a lot of black at the base, but oh well. So again, one without the inlays and one with the inlays in the same color. I don't want any contrast there. And I will run this through white, so just a piece of white. Well, you know, they didn't back these up. You can kind of see the little red through there. Whatever you want. So either way, make a background piece, don't make a background piece, but I will be back with all those pieces. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have everything cut yet, but I have mostly everything, so let's check this out. You know, I did background pieces for some of these, and one easy way of cutting those if you're doing a background piece and you're keeping the same color is, you know, with this guy, do one without the inlay, do one with the inlay, and run it through at the same time. So then you have those two cut out at the same time, right? I don't know why there's craft tape stuck to this, because it didn't get under it, but I guess it did, obviously, if it's there. Okay, so I'm going to do a red band on the hat. So this is the one that's not decorated yet, or it doesn't have the stitching, so I'm going to put that first. And then we have this other piece. I'm just going to put a little glue right here. I probably should have done it before I brought this over, to get this gold accent piece on there. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Love it. And I'm just layering it right on top of the other piece, and kind of left and right, because there's no, you know, that black piece is shorter, so I'm just kind of eyeballing that. And then we're going to have a little, that piece with a knob, and I did do glittery red for his little chest, and this piece also cuts from that same piece there. How cute. I love it already. I mean, look at that. Again, no stitching, and it looks perfect, but I assume for the tour you guys want to see the stitching. Okay, what did I do? Okay, his little face. So we have his little face. I'm just going to put glue here because I'm just going to stick it to this piece. And we already talked about everything. Again, I left it like this. If you guys like to paper piece, you feel like it looks better, you know, fill it in, then do that. But I'm just putting that piece behind there. And his little hairs, they're so cute. I'm gonna put a little glue here and a little glue here. And this is the little hair. And I think it curls, does it curl up? Oh, actually, I'm trying to see if it goes this way or this way. It looks better this other direction on this little picture. Yeah, okay, that's right. So the way it curls up like this is right in here. Okay, so the little tufted area where it tufts up kind of is up. And I'm just eyeballing that at this point because I don't really know where the hat goes, but I mean, I can see the line. I guess we can put the hat on too, guys. Why not? Again, stitch or don't stitch. I think they did it in a way that you can choose to not stitch anything and still have a really cute little guy, right? Look at that. Does look a little plain like I had mentioned before, so that's why we're doing the stitching. Okay. Oh, when I ran this through, and maybe that's correct, maybe it's not, there's this little area, and then this also has like a crease on it, and I figured that crease was supposed to face down so that you can stick his head onto this, you know? That's how I saw it, so hopefully that's the case because I'm not sure otherwise. So let's put this on. Oh, I don't need to put glue on the very far back, sorry. That little knob piece doesn't need glue quite yet, but I did put it there. Okay. I did use glittery paper, so it's hard to see, but there are embossed lines here, like that, to help you see where to put this, but right down the center, basically. Okay, and then we have, again, that one has like a little bar on it, right? So in my opinion, that's where this stuff goes. I assume. So I'm gonna eyeball this just to know about how deep. Oh, actually, we don't need to put that yet. Oh, no, scary. Okay, we don't need to put that yet. So I put it down now. We wouldn't be able to get this behind it. Okay, so good thing I stopped. Epaulets and arms and all that. So that's an interesting one because let's see the little arms. The little arms do have little something on them. I think it's here. And this one's there. Okay. Don't know if we should put it behind like this or in the middle because you're going to put these gold epaulets on top anyway. So wherever you think if it should go behind, I'm going to put it in between. Why not? A little something different. Okay, so I'm just going to put them in here. Actually, on both sides. Sorry. Let's go ahead and just... I think it's supposed to go behind though because, you know, the mark is there for you. But then that also could be where the other epaulets go, right? The gold ones or whatever color you go with. So maybe that's why those are there. I'm basically putting these right in between here. A little bit of space. And then we're going to put some glue here and add the old gold epaulets back. Help us see kind of what we're doing. Give us more detail. That is very cute. Oh my gosh. This one probably needs to go up a little bit because I can see some of that glitter. Cute. Again, that's taking a minute to stick down because of the glitter. We have his boots that I assume are not going to stick down quite yet. Actually, we can stick some of it down. Okay, because these are his little legs. Okay, and I made them gray, right? So I can stick the base boot down if I want. Because I made them the same color. And there are little lines there so you can see where those are supposed to go. I'll give you a close-up. So there's the line, the little boot detail, and down here, that little rounded area. Obviously, that's where the toe goes. But we're not going to put that on quite yet until we're done with this, right? So we have those. Okay, we have the little arms, the hands, should I say. Oopsie. So I'm just put glue down here. And bring these guys over. Again, I did hands, you know, skin tone, but white gloves would be very cute. Okay. I think those are identical, so I don't think it matters where you put them. And then you can imagine this little band is going to be here with the decoration in just a moment. And his little head. So I can't quite put this together yet. I guess I could stick his legs to this background piece if I wanted. How far apart are those? I don't know. Let's see. A little closer, something like that. Line those guys up. Oh, okay. That'd be cute though if one's a little over the other one, but I think they're supposed to be right next to each other. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, they're right within that band. So that's probably exactly where they're supposed to be. Try and line them up a little better. Okay, and then that's going to go there basically in just a moment. And I think that's all we can do for now. Okay, again, if you didn't want to do any stitching, you can see what that would look like. All right, I'm just debating with myself if I use like a fun color. Do I use red here, green here, you know, white here, or black here, or just gold everywhere, which would really make everything pop, which I think is what I'm going to do. Again, I did look up to see if they still have this add-on kit from the year past, or years past, because there were a few, and I didn't see them, guys, so that's unfortunate. But Spellbinders does sell this little gold thread on its own, and again, it's really hard. Okay, and this stuff is going to be super easy to work, well, to stitch up. So we have some crisscrosses. Sure, I'll go here. I'm sorry, my son's texting me like it's his job. He's so cute. Because his band meetings, he's, you know, a leader in band, which is great. He's a part of leadership, and they make those kids work. So he's like, I have a meeting after school. I told him he needs to let me know earlier because it makes it difficult sometimes when I'm trying to make dinner and then I have to go grab him. Although he could walk here. It's not a big deal. But it is hot, so, you know. And I do everything for my kids, whatever they need. I didn't say whatever they want. I said whatever they need. I'll go and do that. Okay. So, all right. Crisscross. Here we go. Oops, what am I doing? Top down, since I started in this corner here. So we'll do both boots the same. I keep doing this. I did that yesterday too. Sorry. When I was just working off camera. Okay, so X, right? So we need this one. Go through here. And again, this gold stuff it's stiff. So you really have to hold it where you want it to be and keep adjusting. And then another X. So whatever you want to do with that. Here we go. And that's it. Right? Very minimal stitching. And then, oopsie. Of course I grabbed it in a weird way. If something like that happens, just make sure that everything is, look at that. I'm telling you, I keep going through, back through itself. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. So that's that. And see, if I let it go, it gets all floofy and like just weak. So I try to tighten it up as much as I can. I'm going to stick it right back down here if I can. Where is my double-sided tape? Why did I put that away? We're going to need it quite a bit here. Ay, ay, ay. But I could rip it, but I can't. And I don't mind having big pieces for this because I have this area down here I can really just kind of cover up and cut away what I don't need. And I will say, let me get this out of the way. Let me do a little cleanup, guys. Sorry, I got to trim this down a little bit. I'll be right back. Sorry, I just had to get in here and trim a little bit away so you don't see it. I'm going to do the other shoe or boot exactly the same way. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down right now because why not? So a little glue. Again, you can take the backing off those double-sided tapes. I usually just leave it. And then why don't we just go ahead and add this piece. I'll do the other one the exact same way when I get there, okay? And so it's just some detail, you know. And I'm going to put some weight on that. So I'm going to put it to the side. I'm going to put something heavy on top of that. Maybe this, and a machine. Okay, I'll do the same thing with the second boot. And then these guys, super easy. You're just going to go up and down, up and down. You want to do crisscrosses, you can do that too. But basically, just come in here. And these have very small spaces. Oh my gosh, I just went right back out. What am I doing? Hold on, sorry. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that back on the needle, but I was just trying to get to the end of this. It's a very small space if you're using tape, so just kind of keep an eye on that. And I do have some little pieces here I cut off, I guess. Right, I can use this little piece, get rid of this other one. And that will hold that down to begin with. Clean up in the back when we're done. Let me get this back on my needle. Okay, so just up and down, up and down. So I'm gonna do this one and go over to the next one that's right here. And again, with this gold stuff, it doesn't look super like flush, like full, should I say. It's just a little accent of something. So I'm just gonna meander across this whole thing, back out through here, and then just finish it off in the back. Same thing with this one, and I'll come back for this one. Okay guys, so I just finished that off again. I'll clean up these little bits. Yeah, like I said, this gold one is a little harder to work with because it's 3 strands and they just want to fall apart. Like that's what they want to do. So once they split, they don't look nice like this anymore. They look kind of crazy. So I just always hold it tight and hold it as close as I can because you don't want this on your project like on the other side. Once it splits, it's not good. So that's why I only string through a little bit of it too, because as you're working with it, it wants to come apart like this. So see how little I do? If you double it over, it's gonna fall apart the whole length, you know, of what you have of the overhang. So anyway, oh, okay. This has a little end here. I don't know if you can see that they're saying to go across. I don't know if you can see that in the picture. Let's see. Yeah, and that's the bottom. See, that's why I wasn't sure if I did this correctly or not. They're using it as the bottom. Let me see how his face would look. I don't know if this is supposed to be for his head or not. That's the problem. But if they're saying that little cross can be at the top, you know, at the very base, then it doesn't matter. I think you can do this either way. So I'm just going to do my crisscrossies. So one here and one on the other side. And again, see how it just loosens up, but I'll keep it tight once I get to where I need. You can always go through and tighten everything back up before you really tape it down. Okay, so crisscross, crisscross. Again, I'm already here, so maybe I'll go to this one and bring it to this one. Then this guy to the next one. So just follow the little lines, however you need to crisscross all the way up, and I'll come back at that last bit. So last little crisscrossy, and then you just gotta bring it back around for that last little bit. This little, that was hard to see, there's a little line right there, so just come back to the next hole that you didn't come out of or go into right now, and there we go. Okay, and then again you can tighten things up. That looks really nice. And I will finish this off, tape that down in the back, and finish up the red one and my boot. Okay guys, I just went and watched my little show while I was stitching these last bits up. Alright, so we have the one boot down under here, but let's go ahead and put glue here and here, and a little bit there for this guy. Okay, we're gonna pop that on there. He is so cute already. And then again, this one. Again, you can take off the backings on those pieces if you want. I normally don't. We have that. That, and then this piece. Now this piece is, even if it's the slightest little bit, it is gonna keep your whatever you put on top here from touching this piece, but not enough for me to be problematic. So let's line that up, make sure that's good, make sure his little boots are nice and straight. That looks good. This looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna put some weight on that. That's what I like to do. Try not to move it too much. And then this guy, and I will also kind of pick this up and get this underneath. Have that guy on there. Cute. Okay, and like I said, I'll squish it underneath there too. And then this guy. Again, this little crossover bit is supposed to be at the very bottom. So that's how I did it. But maybe if you want to put the die in the other direction, because now they don't match up, I'm okay with that. Also, ooh, let me think. Hold on. That looks okay to me. It looks like that's about there anyway. So, okay. I was gonna say, well, it might be that his neck is too short, like that area. But if I look at the picture, I mean, his little head's basically right in here, sandwiched in here anyway. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Let's get this little guy together. All right. And sorry for my little oopsie again. It was more like, I wasn't sure where it is, but now I have a tab in either place. But this guy and the little image looks like this anyway, so I think we're good. Now, let's see. This is gonna go here, and that goes there. And then this guy goes here. It's about right. Okay, we're gonna get this little guy on here. Just kind of eyeballing center-ish, left and right. He ends up being a really nice size die cut character here. Actually, I'll put a little glue on this. So cute. I'm gonna hold that down for a little bit. His little arms. I mean, however you want to put it together. I put these together in sections. If you want to put it together as you're going along, you can definitely do that. So I think his little arms look fine just where they are. And now this guy, I'm going to put glue here. More glue all over. And just lining it up with that little bit. I was going to pick it up to show you, but then I thought, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I'm just going to hold on to that. But there you go. If you want to put some dimensionals behind his head instead of flattening it out, you can definitely do that. Because again, you have 3 or 4 layers of paper under here. But I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I put the weight on his little head because that's the one I really wanted to hold down. And that is our last tag, guys. He is so sweet. I love his little expression, just kind of serene and peaceful and super cute. So I will go ahead and it'd be cute with a black and white twine too, but I'm gonna go with the red and green and pop that through the back, and that is it, guys. So I'll have images coming up. I'll have, you know, links as available in the description box for you. I do want to show them all off to you, so I'm just biding my time as I'm talking here, but I'm trying to stall for time here. Kind of took that apart a little bit. Let's look at all of our tags. He is so cute. Just adorable. And again, cut these from felt. I mean, they're going to be really, really cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, maybe this guy's... I love them both. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this little guy's such a cutie. And 12. I mean, just really cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun working with these and making our tags. And again, you know, put these in, you know, obviously under your Christmas tree as they're waiting for delivery or to be delivered. And they're just going to look so cute all together. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have, again, like I said, the images coming up with the links as appropriate. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.